everybody, and welcome back to our kitchen. I'm the Penguin.
I'm the chef.
And today we are doing video 4 of 4 for our tribute to the Philippines, and requested by Mama Dede and Sarah Jane at Sarah Jane's Journey. And again, I will link their channel description in our drop down box, as I have for every video. So we have made, in our series, we have made traditional Filipino lumpia. We have made traditional Filipino garlic rice, which is called sinangag. We have also made, last video was the delicious chicken adobo, which I can't say enough about that. That's absolutely delicious. And we're gonna wind it up with the dessert.
And we're playing golf.
We're playing golf?
Yeah, you said 4-4.
4 out of 4. 4. We're not playing golf. But this is video 4 of 4. So I'm going to, it's a little bit different with this one because at our Asian market, normally they would have bags of glutinous rice. They did not have any, they were out. As with just about every place, they are also suffering a little bit of issues when it comes to getting deliveries on time. So we didn't have any glutinous rice there. So I'm thinking, oh Lord, what am I going to do? So I was looking around at Walmart and I found the glutinous rice at Walmart. Now this is already made in little bowls. So that's what I'm going to use. Glutinous rice or sticky rice, sweet rice. It is not the same as sushi rice, so don't get the two confused. Sushi rice and glutinous rice is not the same. So anyway, we're going to be taking a shortcut. But if you were to go to your Asian market and if you were to find the glutinous rice, what you would do is you would take 2 cups of the glutinous rice. You want to rinse it and drain it very, very well. And I would cook it with 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 cup of water. And another thing that's good to add, which I don't have any anymore, and I haven't found any since my favorite Asian market closed down, and that is pandan leaves. The Asian market that we go to now does not have pandan leaves, so it's very difficult to get a hold of. I think you might be able to order some from Amazon, but I'm not sure. But it just enhances the flavor of the rice a little bit, but it doesn't make a true big difference. So we're just going to bypass that. But we have everything else that we need to make this traditional dessert. What we're going to be making today is called Biko. In some regions of the Philippines, it's called KALAMAY. But we know it as Biko. That's B-E-E. It's pronounced B-E-E-K-O-H. Biko. But it's spelled B-I-K-O. So, like I said, if you were doing the dry rice and cooking it yourself, you would be doing 2 cups of the glutinous rice with 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 cup of water. We don't have that. That would probably yield anywhere between 4. I'm not sure exactly what the raw to cooked ratio is on the glutinous rice. I think it would come out to about 4 or 5 cups. So that's why I've got 3 packs of this sticky rice that I got from Walmart. Now another thing you're going to want to use is dark brown sugar. You don't want to use the light brown sugar. You want to use the dark brown sugar. So I had to buy some of this because all we usually carry around here is light. And also you're going to want coconut milk. Some Biko recipes call for coconut cream. But to me, when you use the coconut cream in combination with the dark brown sugar, it makes it too sweet. So we're using coconut milk. You're going to want a couple of cups of coconut milk. So that's why I have 2 cans. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and get my coconut milk and my brown sugar into this pan right here. And you're also going to want a teaspoon of vanilla. You're going to want a 9x9 baking dish, which I have here, and you're going to want to spray it or butter it pretty well because this is going to be sticky. Got my oven. I'm going to be turning it on, preheating it at 350 degrees. And that I will do once I start getting this brown sugar mixture going. We're basically making a caramel is what it is. So, and Chef's sitting over there painting.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
He is painting.
I'm not painting.
Don't let him fool you. He's painting.
I'm standing here right now. I'm not painting.
So, I'm going to put in a cup of packed brown sugar. I'm using my half cup measuring cup. And again, this is the dark brown sugar. 2 cups of that I'm putting into my pan.
If you guys haven't checked out my Oreo caramel apple pie yet, check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out because it is really, really good. Okay, I'm going to shake up my coconut milk a little bit and pop it open. And a lot of times coconut milk will solidify. So sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, like coconut cream does, it has solidified. So I'm just taking my little spoonula and I'm mixing it around a little bit. It will dissolve after time when it's cooking in the pan. But I'm going to go ahead and sit that down here and I'm going to measure this out best I can. Whoops, it's a little over. But each can has about 1 1/3 cups of coconut milk. So just to make it easy, you're going to use about 1.5 cans of coconut milk. And I'm going to put the rest of my coconut milk, I'm going to put it into a container and put it in the refrigerator. And we might make some, who knows, with me and Chef, you never know. We might make some coconut curry or something like that in the next couple of days. And we'll just use our coconut milk for that. When we made the chicken adobo the other day, you can also add coconut milk to the chicken adobo if you like. That's another good thing to do. So in here we've got our cup of brown sugar. We've got our 2 cups of coconut milk. The only other thing I'm going to add to this, and this is optional, you don't have to add it if you don't want to. I'm going to eyeball it, just about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And I'm just going to stir it up here for a second. Get that all mixed up. And like I said, your curds will cook when it's on the stove. But you want to, this is something you're going to have to stir frequently because it will thicken and you don't want it scorching on the bottom. So once this gets cooked and it starts thickening, then we're going to add our rices to it. So I'm going to meet you guys over at the stove here in just a minute. Okay, and we're back. So I'm just going to take this out of here for just a second. Lay it off to the side. And I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to whisk around, breaking up a little bit of the curds that we have in there. Now sometimes when you make Biko, they'll cook the coconut cream or the coconut milk just by itself until the curds are cooked, and then they'll strain them out and they'll use that as a topping on top of the Biko. As with anything, even with our American dishes, there's always more than one way to cook anything. That out of there. So now we're just going to stir, stir, stir. When this starts to get thickened, I'll bring you guys back. I'm not going to make you guys have to sit and watch this whole thing. I have my burner on medium heat. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, as you can see now, I think you can see it. A lot of basically our curds have dissolved now, so we're just going to keep continually stirring it until it gets thick and bubbly. When it does, you want to make sure that you have a 1/3 cup measuring scoop handy because we want to take out a 1/3 cup of this and save it. We're going to be putting that on the top. So once this gets thick and bubbly, then we'll be back. Okay, as you guys can see, it's nice and bubbly and it's getting thicker. So this is what we're looking for. We're just going to let it go a couple more minutes. We're going to take it off the stove. We're going to take it over to the table, take our 1/3 cup out, and get our rice in it, and we'll be back. Okay, if you guys can see this now, we've got it thicker and bubbly. I just took it off the stove. So I'm going to take my 1/3. Hang on a second, I'll bring you guys back a minute. Okay, I want to change it where you guys could see more. So I'm just gonna, I'm taking my I've got a little bowl here. I'm taking my 1/3 scooper out. And I'm just gonna grab me just a little bit of this coconut caramel. That's basically what we're making. See how it glazes the inside of that? That's basically what we made just now. The coconut caramel. Okay, so since I'm using the pre-made rice, I'm going to have to go by eye and see what I think is about right. So, and yes, my hands are clean. I'm just going to take some of this rice, see how many I'm going to need for sure. And dump these into here. And I'm going to mix after each one. I don't want to put too much rice. I just want just the right amount. And I'll let you guys know for sure how much I'm doing here. So, I'm going to get that in here in our caramel and get it broke up. Get it smashed up in there. Well, I know it smells so good, that's for sure. Smells delicious. Okay. Here's one in. And they don't call it sticky rice for nothing. That's for sure. Sticking in my hands. Sorry guys, I had to get the rice off my hands. So I'm gonna get this one in here. Make sure it's all chopped up. You guys can see, huh?
Professional football players put it on their hands, they never drop a pass.
What, sticky rice? Yeah. Oh, for a football player? Yeah. Make his hands sticky? Yeah. Yeah, we're still going to need more. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple more of these guys. And I'll see how it is then. I'll bring you back, but I'm not going to keep you on here while I'm doing that. So we'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So what I did is I ended up adding 4 of these sticky rice bowls in. We've got it all mixed together now. If you can see that. All of our grains are broke apart. Now this will thicken more as it cooks in the oven. So I'm going to spray my pan now. If you had some coconut oil that you could spray in this, or just take your paper towel and put some coconut oil right around it, that would even make it even better, because you know coconut oil does have that coconut flavor. So I'm just spraying my pan real well, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this mixture and I'm going to dump it into my pan here. Make sure I get everything out. We have so many great recipes coming, guys. Oh, I'm in the mood for something that I crave every year. So I'm trying to cut back and not have as much stuff. But, well, both of us are, kind of. So we need to get back on this diet journey here before long. But we're not going to broadcast it when we do. There's not going to be any more Tubby Tracker Tuesdays. I don't believe so. Alright, so now what we want to do is we just want to go and spread this out. Make a nice even layer of our rice and caramel mixture. Now if you try to use regular rice in this, it's not going to turn out the same. You need that glutinous, sticky rice for this. A lot of, not only for Filipino desserts, but a lot of Thai dishes are accompanied with sticky rice. They eat a lot of sticky rice with their Thai salads and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to balance this out. This series has actually been very fun, and I'm glad that Sarah Jane and Mama Dede requested that. We've actually enjoyed it. So, all right. I think we've got that about level. Good enough for government work, as they say. Isn't that what they say? Good enough for government work. Now I want to ask you guys a question real quick. Do you guys prefer the videos like Chef did when he made the pie, where we don't talk, we just cut to the chase and make it? Do you like it where there's conversation? Or let us know. Leave us a message in the comment section and let us know what you prefer, and we'll kind of take a tally on it and see what people think. Alright, so now I'm just going to take this, my reserved caramel that I had in here. I'm just going to spread it all on the top, just like so. Just going to spread it out lightly, just a light layer all across the top. Like I said, all of this is going to bake in when it's in the oven. So good. So good. Alright. Like I said, the reason, I told you guys before, the reason some of my videos are so long is because I try to cater to the people that's never spent much time in the kitchen. Maybe they're trying to learn. They want to learn how to cook things and they're not quite sure how. So I try to give them more detailed instructions, and because I know if it was me, that's what I would want. If I was an inexperienced cook, just starting out maybe in a new marriage or something, I would want to know. I'd want somebody to be there and help me, especially for the ones that maybe didn't have a mom growing up or a grandma to help them. So anyway, you guys give me your thoughts on that. Okay, this is all done now. I'm going to take this. I've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to put this in the oven and we're going to bake it for about 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll meet you back here when this is all done. Hey guys, I thought just because I have time and this stuff is baking, I have some coconut flakes here. So I'm just going to toss a few into this my little cake pan here. Not many, just a few. And since the oven's already on, I'm just going to toast a few of these off to make a nice little additive to the top of our Biko. So I'm going to stick them in there. If you're toasting coconut, you want to keep a close eye on it. Toss it around frequently so it doesn't burn. But I just thought I'd show you. I'm going to get these in the oven. Okay, everybody, there is our Biko fresh out of the oven. So now we need to let it cool. And we're going to cut it into some bars. And we're going to taste it. So I've just got my toasted coconut over here. If you guys have never toasted coconut, oh, it makes your kitchen smell so good. This was already smelling coconutty, caramely. And then you add this to it. Yep. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna spend the rest of my time sprinkling. They look light on camera, but they're not really. I'm just gonna sprinkle these on. And when everything's all done, and then we will see you guys back for a taste test. Okay guys, we're all back. Here is our Biko. We got a nice piece cut out of it. Or KALAMAY, as some may call it. That's what it looks like. We put toasted coconut on the top. The syrup on the top is, in Filipino, they call it latik. And that is just their word for the coconut caramel. So we're going to go ahead and cut a piece. We're going to take a bite. I'm going to bite, guys. So I'm give it to you on the caramel side. Get a little bit of the caramel. We're going to take a nice, yummy, yummy bite. First thing you taste is coconut, followed by that nice, rich caramel flavor. All that rice has soaked up that caramel and that coconut. So super yummy. Would you like a bite? Here you go. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, guys. All right. This is it. This concludes our short little Filipino food series. We tried to stick with the traditional. So I will link all of our other recipes in the description box for all of the other videos that we made. Again, thanks to Sarah Jane and Mama Dede for wanting to see these and asking us to make these. And salute to our Filipino friends. Thank you so much. You guys have some awesome food in the Philippines. We tried to stick to the basics and do them more traditional. And this is really, really delicious, guys. So, that's it for tonight. We're going to go. Got a lot more recipes and a lot more videos to come. So, we need to get some rest. So, we're going to go for now. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something first. See what Chef got me today. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Is she not super cute? Says, welcome to our pumpkin patch. Look at the little sunflower on her hat. And little, is she not super cute? I thought so. But Chef got that for me today. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to finish eating this, and I'm going to serve some up to the chef, who's bebopping around right now. He's like a fart in a whirlwind. He's always doing something. So we're going to take off, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And say night, Chef.
Night, Chef.
Night, Chef. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Night, John Boy.
Night, Mary Ellen.
Night, Grandpa.
Have a good night, guys.